iClick Interactive Asia Group Limited's fourth quarter and full year 2019 financial results conference call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. After management's prepared remarks, there will be a question and answer session. Today's conference call is being recorded. I will now turn the call over to your host, Ms. Lisa Lee, Senior Manager of Investor Relations. Lisa, please go ahead.
Hello everyone and welcome to iClick's fourth quarter and full year 2019 financial results conference call. The company's results were issued earlier today and are posted online. You can download the earnings press release and sign up for our distribution list by visiting the IR section of our website, ir.i-click.com. Sammy Shea, our Chairman of the Board and Co-founder, will provide a high-level overview of 2019, a record year for us. Then Jian, TJ, Chief Executive Officer and Co-founder of iClick, will review the fourth quarter results, share insights on our focus and execution strategy, followed by our Chief Financial Officer, Terrence Lee, who will give us more highlights on the financial results and guidance for 2020. Then we will turn the call back over to TJ for closing remarks and open the call for Q&A. Before we continue, please know that today's discussion will contain forward-looking statements made under the Safe Harbor provisions of the U.S. Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. Forward-looking statements involve inherent risks and uncertainties. As such, the company's results may be materially different from the views expressed today. Further information regarding these and other risks and uncertainties is included in the company's 20F as filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The company does not assume any obligation to update any forward-looking statements except as required under applicable law. Please also note that iClick's earnings press release and this conference call include discussions of unaudited GAAP financial information, as well as unaudited non-GAAP financial measures. iClick's press release contains a reconciliation of the unaudited non-GAAP measures to the most directly comparable unaudited GAAP measures. I will now turn the call over to our Chairman of the Board and Co-founder, Sammy Shea. Sammy, please go ahead.
Thank you, Lisa, and welcome everyone to our call today. I am very happy to share with you that in 2019, we were proud to celebrate our 10-year anniversary and achieve another record year with strong top line and bottom line results. Our gross billings increased by 60%, while revenues increased by 25% year over year. Our gross profit increased 45% year over year, while our adjusted EBITDA for 2019 reached $5.9 million. I'm very proud to note that our adjusted EBITDA is more than triple the total we reported in 2018. I want to take a moment here to point out that our record high adjusted EBITDA is proof that we are achieving ever-increasing economies of scale. I'm excited to report that our business has reached an inflection point, and we expect the increase in operating leverage to continue drive profitability in the future. Now, I would like to highlight some of our key accomplishments. Our marketing solution business hit another record high in 2019. With such a large market opportunity before us, we were always confident that this organic growth was inevitable, but it took 10 years of hard work to get here. Our marketing solution business forms a solid bedrock for our company and it is gratifying to acknowledge that we have arrived at this place in our history. In early 2019, we launched our enterprise software solution business, ushering in a new era of our company. iClick now offers our clients total solutions to facilitate collection and analysis, allow marketers to target new consumers, and increase sales from existing customers. These capabilities fulfill an important need in China as brand marketers are eagerly looking for cost-effective ways to improve their online sales and enhance customer loyalty. Our solutions generate useful insights for successful marketing campaigns, customer retention, and increased sales performance. In our first full year of operation, we generated over 10 million in revenue in this area with gross margins in excess of 60%. And we are very confident that our revenues will double in 2020. We announced a convertible bond financing and subsequent conversion for Marine Central Limited and Tech Famous Limited, backed by Mr. Jian, the majority shareholder of Forbes Media. This is a key accomplishment for two important reasons. First, the early conversion from debt to equity is a clear indication that one of our most significant shareholders has the utmost confidence in our ability to execute and feels that the company stock is undervalued with tremendous upside potential. Second, this transaction has served to substantially reduce the debt on our balance sheet. In addition to the financing, we recently obtained more than 30 million credit facility with HSBC GBA Technology Fund for working capital and to supercharge the growth of our core business. Access to additional funding is important as we continue to build out our enterprise software solution business and develop our digital marketing platform to bolster our future progress. Other highlights in 2019 include agreement with M&A candidates that have the potential to produce synergy and help us increase the ability to market our product and services. Our investors should take comfort in the idea that a merger can deliver increased market power in other areas. Some of our current acquisitions have given us more media assets, supplementing our enterprise software solutions, and will eventually provide us new models in the future. Overall, I'm very proud of what we have achieved in 2019, and we believe that we will continue the strong momentum in 2020. Now, I would like to turn the call over to Dr. Jian Tang, or we call him TJ, our CEO and co-founder, to discuss the fourth quarter results, our company's strategy, and our focus on execution in 2020. TJ?
Thank you, Sammy, and welcome to the call, everyone. I'm happy to report that the fourth quarter of 2019 capped off another record-breaking year for our company. In the first quarter, we increased revenue by 43%, while our gross profit increased by 46% year-over-year. Our adjusted EBITDA was 2.5 million, a new record, and most importantly, we reached a new milestone as we reported quarterly adjusted net income for the first time ever in the fourth quarter of 2019. This confirms what Sammy mentioned as we are reaching ever higher economies of scale by continuing to concentrate on profitability, which is our major focus for 2020. So the current micro environment remains challenging. We think our strategy will be very effective in driving the business forward. This year, we have 3 major goals. First, improve the profitability of our marketing solution business. iClick is now a leading programmatic marketing platform in China, and we should continue to benefit from our economics of scale and the building of new and higher margin offerings. As an example, our influencer multi-channel marketing products and outbound traveling products help us improve our product mix and give our customers more options. Second, continue our revenue growth trajectory along with increasing margin contribution from enterprise software solutions business. Our team has worked very hard to develop various innovative products, services, and business models in this area. We've seen promising results so far and are firmly committed to dedicating the resources to grow this business, as it will become a major revenue driver and a gross margin contributor well into the future. Third, continue to recognize and source opportunities from partnerships that leverage our existing data and technology. In 2019, we entered into various agreements and partnerships that will either serve to strategically enhance our position in the marketplace or enhance our capabilities. Our goal for this year is to continue to seek and develop additional partnerships and new business opportunities globally, leveraging our long accumulated strengths in data and technology. As we go forward in 2020, we are encouraged by our performance in the first full year of operating our enterprise solution business. As Sammy said, this is a new era for our company. We now offer our brand clients the important tools to reach and encourage with the customers in a low-cost, highly efficient, and personalized manner, helping them realize higher sales and profit growth. This is particularly important in the current microenvironment, given the coronavirus outbreak. We are currently noting that many more brands are now understanding how a smart retail strategy can help them enhance online customer engagement and facilitate higher returns. For example, the mini programs we built based on Tencent WeChat platform are total solutions that facilitate the collecting of data, helping them build the brands, enhancing customer retention and loyalty. I want to note that we are still in the early stages of developing this business, and our results in 2019 confirms that the future looks promising. During our first full year of operating this business, we opened more than 50 key account clients, and the pipeline remains robust as we continue to expand this year. We remain firmly dedicated to continuing the investment needed to double revenues in 2020 and provide incremental increases beyond. In order to maximize our company's performance and continue our growth trajectory, we rely on increasing operational efficiencies, especially in light of the current microenvironment as we seek to navigate this temporary economic downturn caused by the coronavirus outbreak. Our focus on optimization is squarely centered on the day-to-day operations of our company to ensure that we are running the business as efficiently and effectively as possible. By being diligent in reviewing every facet of our business and how we execute, we can ensure ongoing, timely, cost-effective, reliable, and sustainable performance improvements in our entire operation. Our goal is to minimize current costs by controlling OPEX and maximizing our operational capabilities. We believe that our growth strategy and the focus on the profitability, coupled with dedication to operational optimization, will help our bottom line grow this year and well into the future. In 2019, we were proud to mark our company's 10-year anniversary. Over the last decade, we have succeeded in growing our business and achieving corporate objectives by overcoming a variety of challenging issues and unfavorable macro-environmental factors. I would like to take this opportunity to note that the resiliency of our business model was put to the test in the first quarter, as we successfully demonstrate our ability to adapt and continue in the face of the coronavirus outbreak in China. As this has had such a profound effect on all of us, I would like to formally comment regarding the coronavirus and its impact on iClick. First and of foremost importance, we are taking active precautions to help protect the health and well-being of our employees while working closely with our clients and partners to ensure we support their needs. Generally, the negative market conditions the outbreak has created has led to cautious spending from advertisers and indicates that digital ad spending is not immune to the impact of coronavirus. Yet, we believe that we are impacted less than traditional media budgeting as online activities increase based on the escalation of time spent online during the crisis period. Certain industry verticals, such as the travel and hospitality sectors of our business, have been adversely impacted by the coronavirus for obvious reasons. However, other sectors, including e-commerce and online gaming, remain strong as homebound consumers shift more of the purchasing activities online and spend more time gaming. Based on the current environment, we predict that brands will allocate more of the advertising budgets to mobile and online targeted marketing, with the potential to benefit our mobile and performance-focused marketing solution business. Also, it's essential to note that brands see the importance of online and offline consumer behavioral data integration and analysis, which will favor our enterprise solutions business in the long run. We also want to note that the Chinese government's highly devoted top-down efforts to contain the virus spread seem to be working, as recent reports suggest that the number of new cases are decreasing. We want to note that the fluidity of the current situation precludes any prediction as to the ultimate adverse impact of coronavirus as developments rapidly change. We will continue to closely monitor the outbreak's impact on our operations and financial results and make adjustments if necessary. Having said this, I would like to remind everyone that iClick was founded during the financial crisis of 2009 when the global economy was severely strained and uncertain. Over the past decade, we have developed and advanced strategies that adapt with the times. I'm very confident in our ability to successfully navigate these turbulent conditions, and our future achievements will be the direct result of our experience, clear vision, solid growth strategy, strong execution capability, and financial resources. Therefore, we are cautiously optimistic about our performance for the balance of this year. With that, I would now like to turn the call over to our CFO, Terence Li, to review the fourth quarter and the full year 2019 financials.
Thank you, TJ. Despite the challenging macro environment in 2019, we have managed to deliver another record year. Our gross billings, revenues, gross profit, and adjusted EBITDA all hit historical highs, and our adjusted net loss reached a record low. I would like to begin my comments with a few key highlights from the full year and fourth quarter of 2019. Despite the unfavorable foreign currency movement during the year, we reported revenues of $199.4 million for 2019, an increase of 25% year-over-year. Revenues for the fourth quarter of 2019 were $56.7 million, an increase of 43% over the same period in 2018. The growth was due to the original growth of our marketing solution business, coupled with the contribution from our new enterprise software solution divisions, which commenced operations in January of 2019. Please note that renminbi depreciated against US dollar by 4% and 5% respectively in the fourth quarter and full year of 2019, compared with the same period in 2018. Looking at each business separately, marketing solutions reported a record high $189 million in revenue, an 18% increase on a standalone basis in 2019. For the fourth quarter of 2019, the revenues from this business segments grew by 34% to $53.1 compared with the same period of last year. I'm very pleased to point out that we have a great start to our enterprise software solutions business in 2019 as it scaled up very quickly, generating $10.4 million revenue in its first full year of operation. The business continues to scale as revenue for the fourth quarter grew by 38% sequentially to $3.6 million. Reflecting the spillover effect we mentioned in last earnings conference call. Gross profit grew by 46% and 45% year-over-year to $17.2 million and $56.7 million in the fourth quarter and full year of 2019, respectively. The robust growth is mainly attributable to the continued expansion of the company's marketing solutions and contributions from higher margin enterprise software solutions. Adding to Sammy and TJ's comments with regard to enterprise software solutions, we are very encouraged by our results for the first 12 months of operations. The margin contributions are significant and will be a key factor in our goal to achieve profitability in 2020. Also, I would like to note the financing and subsequent bond conversion from Marine Central Limited and recently secured additional credit facility from HSBC, Both of them have given us abundant resources to fund our growth and achieve our longer-term objectives. I also want to re-emphasize that we remain diligent in controlling costs and achieving the best possible operating efficiency. Our company is always examining ways to better manage our cash flow, make our process better, and focus on higher margin business, products, and clients. As a result of this activity, we have a strong balance sheet. As of December 31st, 2019, cash and cash equivalents, time deposit, and restricted cash equal 61 million, together compared with 14 million at the end of 2018. For the rest of my discussion, I will focus on our non-GAAP results. You can find reconciliations of these non-GAAP results in the press release we posted earlier today, and which can be accessed at our investor relations website. Adjusted EBITDA for 2019 was 5.9 million, triple the amount we reported in 2018. For the fourth quarter of 2019, adjusted EBITDA was an income of 2.5 million, compared with a loss of 900,000 for the fourth quarter of 2018. The increase resulted from the significant increase in gross profit as well as better cash management and OPEX control. We are happy to report the first ever adjusted net income of 118,000 in the fourth quarter of 2019. A substantial improvement from the loss of 1.3 million we reported in 2018. Also, the adjusted net loss for the full year of 2019 was 2.2 million, compared with 4.7 million in the same period of 2018. And finally, the gross billing rose to a record of 641 million for 2019, an increase of 60% over 2018. The improvement is primarily a result of increasing marketers' demand and partially offset by the depreciation of the renminbi against the US dollar by 5% compared with a year ago. For further information, please see the detailed recap of other financial metrics in the press release we issued today. In November 2018, we announced a share buyback as our board of directors authorized us to purchase up to 10 million of our own ADS in a 12-month period. As of December 31st, 2019, we purchased an aggregate value of approximately 4.4 million. I would like to finish my discussion with our outlook for 2020. Please note that our outlook for revenue is based on current market conditions and reflects our primarily estimates of market and operating conditions taking into account the coronavirus pandemic. These are subject to change. Our outlook is based on the information available as of the date of the press release distributed today. We estimate a first quarter of 2020 revenue to be between 46 million and 50 million, and our first quarter gross profit is estimated to be between 12 million and 14 million. We now project our 2020 revenue guidance to be between 240 million and 260 million, and our 2020 gross profit is estimated to be between 70 million and 75 million. Our adjusted EBITDA is estimated to be between 5 million and 8 million. Finally, I believe that 2020 provides significant opportunity to achieve profitability, given the scaling of our business and we continually work towards operational efficiencies. Though the current operating environment is challenging as we are faced with the disruptions caused by the coronavirus outbreak, we're closely monitoring the outbreak's impact on our operations and financial results, and our outlook remains cautiously optimistic. I will now turn the call back over to TJ for closing remarks.
Thank you, Terence. As we begin 2020, the long-term strength of our business is compelling and the market dynamics are exciting. Chinese enterprises such as iClick are benefiting from perhaps the world's richest array of data sources. Data lies at the heart of a virtuous cycle whereby machine learning fed by data powers continued development, enhancing capabilities. These dynamics are helping us provide better products and services with better refinements that are enhancing customer engagement for the brands we serve in all sectors. Our company has a considerable strategic advantage as we have accumulated a massive repository of consumer data. As such, we are transforming from China's marketing technology leader to a global integrated marketing and enterprise cloud platform, creating new opportunities for us. Our data dominance effectively creates economic moats, thwarting new entrants and creating new synergies for potential M&A. And finally, as mentioned previously, we are facing the challenges associated with the coronavirus. Everyone in our organization is absolutely focused on protecting the health of our workforce, as well as preserving the resilience of our business. The weeks and the months to come will inevitably continue to be challenging, but we are prepared and ready. We look forward to 2020 as it will be a critical year for our company to fully transition into a platform with two unique growth businesses and our core focus on profitability. This concludes our prepared remarks. Thank you for joining us on today's call. We will now open the call to questions. Operator, please go ahead.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. To ask a question, you may press star, then 1 on your touchtone phone. If you are using a speakerphone, please pick up your handset before pressing the keys. To withdraw your question, please press star, then 2. For the benefit of all participants on today's call, if you wish to ask your question in Chinese, please immediately repeat your question in English. As a reminder, we do have a translator available to answer questions. We also ask that you limit yourself to 2 questions. If you have additional questions, you may re-enter the question queue. At this time, we will pause momentarily to assemble the roster. The first question today comes from Fang Jiang of Benchmark. Please go ahead.
Hi, Jenny, TJ and Terence. Congrats on a very solid quarter. Thanks for taking my questions. First one, still want to focus on the virus outbreak disruption. Just wonder whether you could give us a big snapshot in terms of your conversation with your key accounts, like throughout first quarter, and now we're moving into second quarter. How their advertising sentiments generally are. So basically trying to get a sense of the pace as well as the magnitude of the potential recovery if we're looking at one right now. And also, I think TJ mentioned that different verticals have different performance throughout the process. Just wonder your exposure to these specific verticals, whether it's travel or on the positive side, the gaming and I think retail entertainment side.
Fang 你好，我是TJ。
How do you want this to be?
坦白说，我们确实观察到这一次的这个疫情对我们一部分行业的这个客户尤其是广告行业的客户产生了一些不太好的影响。
Honestly speaking, we did observe that this pandemic has some impact to certain sector customer in terms of their advertising budgets.
尤其是像旅游行业比如说一些航空公司啊、酒店啊还有一些比较传统的一些线下的行业，比如说像汽车行业啊，这些行业其实是受到了一些不好的影响。
And particularly the sectors including like hospitalities, hotels, and also the offline business like automobile industry.
但是这一次疫情呢，其实同样为我们另外一些行业的客户，其实反而带来了一些这个超预期发展的一些机会，比如说像在线的游戏啊、电子商务啊，还有一些像在线教育啊这些行业。
On the other hand, there are some unexpected benefit side to certain industries, for example, like online gaming, e-commerce, and online education sectors.
同时我们观察到的另外一个情况是因为疫情的影响呢，很多行业的客户其实都倾向于越来越多的把他们的这个预算往这个线上、往移动端、往这个可以带来更好的这个投资回报率 ROI 的这些方向去进行投放。
Another observation we made is that customers do have a tendency to put their budgets to the mobile and online sites and to expect a higher return on investment.
另外我想提到的一点是因为我们 iClick 服务的大多数的客户其实都是一些大中型的客户，也包括很多国际知名的一些品牌。那么这些品牌呢，其实他们都本身的生存能力很强，具有很坚实的这个基础，并且也已经通常在这个线上渠道有比较好的布局。所以呢在这一次疫情里面呢，他们其实是有能力去更加灵活的去应对这个危机的。
However, most of our customers are mid to large size international top tier brands, and for that background, they have very strong foundation and they have very good deployments for online arrangements. Therefore, they have more flexibility to face the change.
另外其实这也是我们有意识的一个转变，就是我们鼓励并且设计了一些方案来帮助这些客户，让他们把很多原来在线下的一些预算转变到线上。这样的话长期来说其实是有利于我们的这个在线营销解决方案的这个业务的恢复的。
And also we do have a plans or in working that to help our customer to move their offline budgets to online budgets and so to help to develop our marketing solutions.
另外你提到的问题里面有说我们在第一季度到第二季度的这个客户预算的这个恢复的问题。那么就这个问题呢，其实我们确实有一些观察。比如说在第一个季度里面，我们看到1月份尤其在中国大陆这个区域啊，1月份其实广告的投放是比较正常的。那么2月份呢，因为疫情的影响，所以我们看到其实确实存在不少这个尤其是旅游行业的客户撤销订单的情况，就会带来这个对这个广告的这个业务带来一些影响。但是3月份开始，其实我们已经看到这个广告业务已经在比较快速的恢复当中了。
And also, in your question, you mentioned about from the first quarter to second quarter, what are the changes we have observed. For Chinese markets, January, actually quite common to put in advertisement budget. And that was also the case for the second quarter due to the impact of the pandemic. We did observe some cancellations of the budget. And now we are into March, and we start seeing the advertisement business coming back.
这些大概是我的一些这个看法。Terence， 你有一些这个补充吗？
Anything you want to add, Terence?
Yes. Hi, Fang. I guess TJ has summarized very nicely about our observation and also, some of the business picking up right now, starting in March. I think there are three points that I just want to add about our resiliency. First is that we are mobile driven. Second is that we are performance driven. And lastly, our client base are always, the top tier clients in the market. So I think these add up why we still cautiously optimistic about, our Q1 and also going into Q2. And I think our guidance already given to the market. And this is a clear signal about, our own expectation at this moment.
Understood. That's very helpful. My second question actually focuses on the enterprise solution side. Just given what has going on with the recent lockdown, it seems like it further highlights how important to have integrated online offline channels for a lot of the retailers. Just wonder whether it has potentially opened up the customer base for you on the enterprise solution side. Your update on the pipeline for 2020 and your strategic thinking in terms of how to shaping up, whether we're essentially looking at a potential acceleration, for the industry as a whole, as well as for you guys. TJ， 我第二个问题其实就是在那个这个 enterprise solution 上，就是因为最近发生的疫情，我觉得很多的 offline channel 可能对 online 的这个 adoption 会有进一步的加强，就想看看你们这边跟客户的沟通上是不是有就是这个新的就是以前你们可能没有 touch 的这个客户就是 come online， 然后可能会有 potential 的合作，然后这块的话就整个行业的加速发展会不会发生，然后你们这边的话有些什么准备，包括你的 pipeline。
Okay, maybe I just answer a bit first and then TJ may add on some points. I think as a beginning of our new enterprise solution business in 2019, it was quite a good start by having like a Q by Q growth from Q3 to Q4 was basically a 38% sequential growth, 3.6 million. So I think this momentum has been keeping on, and we have successfully achieved our first year target, and that we are going into our second year. We have completed our 50 key accounts for 2019, and right now we are seeing the momentum basically keep on. And as these rival situations that actually bring in more opportunities and efforts that brands and marketers understand more about the online and offline data integrations importance, as basically TJ also mentioned before, and also in our script. And in addition, I think the retailers potentially also wanting to extend more new channels, including e-commerce and WeChat commerce. So I think our solution was building on both the WeChat platform and also the offline online integrations data is kind of really on the sweet spot right now. So we believe that this would actually drive in more demand. Having said so, as we also understand the current challenges during this virus situation. So properly going into the first quarter, we may not be seeing substantial uplift yet, but going into the second quarter, I think there would be some more demand in this particular business. And the outlook of these solutions, enterprise software solution, remain positive. So our target for the year is still double this revenue, and we are building a very strong pipeline right now going into the second quarter. So there will be at least 20 accounts in the pipeline and the inquiries that we got during this period. So we believe that after the virus pass, we'll be able to execute them quite well in the second quarter. And just see if there's anything add on from TJ. If not, maybe because that we have to move on to the next questions probably.
Terence, 我可以补充一点啊。
I'll supplement just one point.
就刚才放的这个问题，其实我觉得呢，这个新冠这个疫情呢，其实在一定程度上降低了我们针对这个 enterprise solution 的市场教育成本。
In a way, the outbreak actually lower our market educational cost for our enterprise software solutions customers.
因为我们观察到，我们之前在很多 pipeline 里面的这个客户，尤其是消费品类的很多的客户，那么在疫情期间，他们不让他们非常积极的 approach 我们，想要这个加速去这个让我们帮他们设计线上线下这个打通运营的这个 enterprise solution 的方案。
Actually, we have a lot of customer coming from particularly the consumer goods side that they actually actively approach us during the outbreak and help us to help them to connect the offline to online business and to help them to speed up.
对，所以长远来说的话，我觉得这个疫情其实对我们 enterprise solution 是有一定的积极的作用。
So in a way, in the long run, it's actually quite beneficial for our enterprise software solutions.
当然短期内呢，其实这个疫情因为疫情的影响，所以它在一定程度上会影响我们跟客户的这个交流。
But of course, in the short term, we still see the impact for communication with our customers.
比如说在2月份这个疫情最严重的时候，其实我们的工程师是不能够到这个客户的这个办公室去有一些这个现场办公的这个需要的话，这会有一点点的困难。
Giving an example, when the outbreak was at the worst in February, our engineer couldn't go into the field, go on site to visit or to help the clients.
但是我们觉得这个只是一个技术上的问题，其实在策略上，这个整个的这个疫情对我们是有帮助的。
But these are only the technical issues we can fix, and strategically speaking, it's actually the pandemic is quite helpful to push this business forward.
所以呢，我们的这个 enterprise solution， 我们在这个疫情的这个期间，我们也不断提高我们的这个运营的方法，我们的一些技术的手段，让我们的工程师可以更好的帮助客户。
So we actually try to work on enabling our engineers to work better with our customer in the enterprise software solution sectors during the pandemic.
而且3月份以后呢，其实随着在中国大陆地区这个疫情越来越平稳，各个地方的这个感染人数在快速的减少，然后其实我们的这些技术问题也在逐渐的消失，那么但是客户的需求却是越来越旺盛，所以的话，我们这个业务还是现在在一个非常好的一个恢复增长的过程当中。
As the confirmed cases in mainland are decreasing rapidly in March, and we are still working on the solution we can provide it, and we have more demands coming from the customer side, so we actually have a very positive outlook for our enterprise software solutions business.
OK， 谢谢，这就是我要补充的点。
Thank you. That's my supplement.
Thanks, TJ.
Due to the limited time, we ask that you limit yourself to one question. The next question comes from Darren Afty of Roth Capital Partners. Please go ahead.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my question. I hope you guys are well. I'm curious on your guidance, more so on the marketing solutions, which I think for 2020 implies 220 to 240 million for revenue. Maybe Terrence, what's the implied assumption of one, is there a recovery? And two, if so, when does that sort of occur, specific to your business and advertising budgets? And then embedded in that, could you just maybe break out what online based businesses, gaming, education, and e-commerce kind of make up as a percentage of mix of your marketing solution customer budgets? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Darren. I think you're talking about how we are so confident about the 2020 guidance in terms of the marketing solution, and also a breakdown of some of the verticals that we mentioned, basically having strong momentum. And I think if you look at our Q4 result, basically our gross billing have already reached over $200 million. So it represents actually a recurring runway that we have for our business. So actually our client base increasing, our clients' budget are also increasing over the year, and most of our clients are recurring clients who are having a relatively long-term relationship and contract with the company. So we believe that in even in the first quarter, I think we will still be running quite a good billing number, and that actually translates to how we derive our revenue number and also our competency in terms of marketing solution business growth in 2020. So we do expect that to pick up more actually maybe in this in the second half of the year, because in the first quarter there will be definitely some impact due to the virus situation. But as TJ also mentions, we are seeing some of the pickup right now. So we believe that going to the second quarter, there would be even more picking up. So in terms of your second part of the questions about the breakdown of some of the key verticals, I think as we understand, our business are quite diversified. So basically we have 6 to 7 verticals. Each of verticals generally we are controlling at around 10 to 15% in terms of our billing and even the revenue number. So basically the e-commerce, the online gaming, and also the education, which is a picking up and a relative new sector or vertical for the company, and actually add up in a normal scale would be around like 25 to 30% of our budget. But during this virus situation, actually these two verticals, the e-commerce and the gaming and the education, still these 3 verticals are actually growing quite substantially. So I believe in the first quarter alone, that these 3 verticals basically would be having more than 30 to 35% of our gross billing, which would be over the normal range of like 30%.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren.
The next question today comes from Thomas Chong of Jefferies. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks management for taking my questions. I have a big picture question. Can management comment about the overall online advertising market in China? What's the growth rate that you are expecting, and how much we are actually outpacing the industry growth? I just want to get to see the delta from there. And on that front, can you comment about the social advertising revenue growth in China? Because we are seeing Tencent is quite resilient in social advertising. Can you also comment about how you think of Tencent social advertising in 2020? That's my first question. Thank you. 我来翻译一下吧。谢谢管理层接受我的提问。我的问题是关于这个中国的线上广告的。可不可以分享一下呢？我们今年全年的话呢，市场的增速大概会是多少？然后从这个社交内的广告的增速的话呢，可不可以也分享一下腾讯在这个方面今年的表现的？谢谢。
Thomas 是吗 ？Thomas 你好， 我尽量分享一下我们关于这个广告业务的一些看法尤其是在中国。
I'll be sharing with you my view of the advertisement business in China.
就我们目前看到的情况呢，我们觉得这个如果是针对整个的这个中国的广告业务的话，那么应该说疫情会带来比较大的一个影响。
We see a huge impact brought by this pandemic to the advertisement business in China.
尤其是一些跟线下相关的一些行业，以及跟线下相关的一些媒体，那他们受到的这个影响会是非常大的。
Particularly for offline business industries and media.
所以对我们 iClick 来讲的话，其实线下的这些行业的客户以及这个线下的媒体并不是我们所从事的领域。
And iClick, we don't really focus on the offline customers and the offline media.
所以就像我们之前多次提到的，其实这个关于整个广告行业呢的这个问题呢，应该说严格来说是跟这个客户的行业是非常有关系的。
As we answered that question before, it's highly relevant to which sector you are in when you ask the question of the advertisement industry in China.
比如说我们之前提到的旅游行业、酒店、航空公司，还有一些比较传统的线下的行业，像汽车，那么他们受到的影响会更大一些。
For example, hospitality, airlines, hotel, and offline business such as automobile, they are highly impacted.
那么另外一个方面呢，就是跟线上关系更紧密的一些行业，比如说像电子商务手机游戏还有在线教育等等行业，其实反而是他们发展的一个契机。
So this is rather an opportunity for the online business such as the gaming and online education.
另外，即使是对于一些这个比较大的这个客户，他们可能是既有线上也有线下的部分，那么对他们来讲，疫情仍然会造成影响，但是这些客户会把很多的预算从线下转到线上。
For mega customer who has both online and offline arrangements, they will try to transfer their offline budget to online.
所以总体上来看的话，我觉得中国的广告行业整体上可能会今年会受到比较大的影响，但是广告行业内部的一个分布，可能线上不一定会受到这个特别那么大的影响，但是线下的部分会受到影响会比较严重。
So overall, it's a huge impact for the advertisement industry in China. However, when you look at the sectors, the online are less impacted than the offline business.
所以这个就是我们的一些观察，而我们 iClick 的具体的这个 operation 也是基于这样的观察，我们在加强这个线上的行业以及一些客户的线上的部分。
And that's also how we deploy our operations. We try to focus more on the online business.
OK， 好，这个是大概我的一些分享。
That will be my sharing. Thank you.
谢谢。
The next question today comes from Bernie Yanger of Alliance Global Partners. Please go ahead.
Hi, it's Brian. Thanks. I realize Forest Media has been a great investor. I'm curious if their connections or their business in any way has led to new business opportunities, or you expected it will going forward. Thanks.
Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. It appears we are having some technical difficulties. Give us one moment while we reconnect.
Hi, Brian, 你好。我是 TJ。
This is TJ. Hello, Brian.
我们尽量这个回应你的问题。我跟你确认一下，你的问题是说在疫情的这个影响之下，我们有什么样的这个新的这个业务机会，对吧？
I would like to double check with you about your question. You are asking what are the new business opportunity under the impact brought by the pandemic? Is that correct?
Oh, actually, I'm curious, with the investment from Forbes Media, I'm wondering how that has led to potentially new business opportunities on the marketing solution side, given their business, if that has actually been the case.
Okay, I got it. So this is Terence. So maybe let me answer this question because it also related to the investment side. The new investor from the shareholder, the Forbes, actually we consider that there will be a lot of new strategic initiatives that we are actually undergoing discussion right now, including some of the potential M&A opportunities right now that we are in discussions. I'm sorry that I cannot release too much of the details, but right now we have many initiatives discussing with the Forbes shareholder. So there would be potential some of the media assets or business that maybe that we would get some of the distribution rights in the region. So that's basically the directions that we are working on right now.
Great, thank you.
The next question today comes from Carson Lowe of Nomura. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks management for taking my question. This is Carson from HSBC. So I have one question about the bigger picture as well. So regarding the overall ad industry, we see actually the short form video platforms like Douyin and Kuaishou, they are adding a lot more ad inventories into the market since 2019, and leading to some other platforms facing their ad pricing under pressure. So what are the implications to this phenomenon to iClick in particular? Thank you.
你好，我是 TJ。我们观察到其实不好意思，刚才我们这边有一些技术问题。
So we are having some technical issues.
Hello, this is Terence. Maybe I could also answer these questions, and I think the Kuaishou or other short videos basically they would make the whole advertising industry more dynamic and with more kind of content-rich new formats of advertisement. So from our perspective, we are always trying hard to basically enrich our traffic, content, data, and also the operations of our product and services. So I think this video-related kind of format would also allow the whole market to have more traffic. And from these, market conditions, particularly under this virus, impact, I think this would give, give us more solutions to basically to provide to our advertisers and our customers. And it would definitely provide more ROIs in terms of our, business portfolio. Our ad inventory would be enriched, and we would have more room to basically arbitrage across different media. Because you have to understand, we are kind of independent platform, and we are agnostic about different media. So basically, that would help us. And we are not the media itself, but we are the platform who aggregate these media and provide a value add on top of that. So if these video-related kind of media publishers release more ad format or ad space, our traffic basically increases, and we would be able to help our clients to also find the best solutions and enriching their advertising returns on investment as well. I think from that perspective, actually would be a benefit to company like us.
Okay, thank you. Very helpful. Thank you.
The next question today comes from Bo Pei of Oppenheimer. Please go ahead.
Good evening, Sammy, TJ, Terrence, and Lisa. Thanks for the comment on the coronavirus impact. Just want to get more details here. So can you share with us the business growth rate in January, February, and March, respectively? I just want to get the recovery trend. Thank you very much.
I think if you look at our guidance, basically that represent still a 15% plus growth that we are budgeting right now, and we have a comparing to last year on a year-over-year basis, that would still be a 15-20% growth in terms of the overall marketing solution.
So before the coronavirus outbreak, can you tell us what was the growth rate in January, and then what does it cause a decline in February, and then what is the recovery so far in March? Just trying to get a sense of how fast we are recovering from the impact there. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, I don't really have the exact figures right now because our March number is still in accounting right now, but I do believe, as TJ mentions, February is slowing down, but January is a normal, run rate growth. So that would be a 15-20% growth comparing to last year. So the March actually is picking up. So basically, we are missing the February growth, and that actually impact us around overall 10% numbers in the first quarter. So that's basically the high level picture at this moment that I could give at my best right now.
Okay, got it. That's helpful. Thanks.
The next question today comes from Nelson Chung of Citi. Please go ahead.
Thanks management for taking my question, and congratulations on a very solid FY19 results. I have a quick question on your margin guidance going into first quarter 2020 and the full year. Based on your guidance, the gross margins will be around 27% in first quarter 2020 compared to around 30% last quarter. Can management briefly explain what's the driver behind the margin change? And given the full year margin guidance at around 30%, can management provide your long-term margin target on gross margin level and operating margin level in longer term? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nelson. I think for the first quarter, actually our margins expectation is lower. The obvious reason is because of the slowdown in the executions of our enterprise solutions. Although we foresee more demand, but the execution still take a bit of time. And if you look at our numbers in Q4, actually our gross margin is improved quite substantially. The major contributor is obviously coming from the enterprise solution business. So that's why in the first quarter we will see the numbers or the margins would have some impact by that. But overall in a year, as we are still relatively confident, and also because we believe that this virus situation would ultimately pass by, and that entering into probably the second half or even the second quarter, we'll be able to execute more of the enterprise solution business. And also we are also planning on some new high margins marketing solutions products. So we believe that all this adding up, we will still be able to remain the 28 to 30% gross profit margins in a year. And in the longer terms, of course, we are targeting to basically reach at least 20-30% of our revenue coming from that enterprise solution business. But we are not talking about this year or even next year, but we are talking about a relatively longer term period. If we would be able to achieve that, so basically our gross margin would be able to uplift to probably 35% plus, and also that our operational leverage was there. So if you look at right now our 2019 numbers, we've been able to basically doing around like 3% operating EBITDA margins. So going into 2020 and also into a more relatively long terms, we believe that we'll be able to probably produce or uplift that numbers to a high single digit number at least in the next like 2 to 3 years. So that's basically target right now that we have. I hope this would make sense and answer your questions.
Thank you very much. That's very helpful.
As there are no further questions, I'd like to turn the call back over to the company for closing remarks.
Thank you once again for joining us today. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact iClick's Investor Relations Department through the contact information provided on our website.
This concludes this conference call. You may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.